Hello friends, happy Monday. Welcome to Craft with Us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss B. I'm one of the children's librarians here at the Winchester Public Library, and I'm going to make some silly pumpkin faces with you today. So for those of you who picked up our craft bag this morning, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to crafting with you. And for those of you who are joining us who didn't, that's okay. I always walk you through what you can use from home to make our craft bags. And this one you can definitely do. No problem at all. All right, so we have our handy dandy instructions here. So those of you who picked up our completed craft bags at 9 a.m. on Monday mornings, and we do that every Monday morning that the library is open, so we're going to do that to the end of the year. So plenty more opportunities to grab those craft bags, friends. Okay, what we have here is we have one sheet of chipboard right here. You have your foam faces. I already took mine out of the packet. Yours might look a little different than mine, and that's okay. And some binder clips. Oop, I'm flinging mine all over the place, friends. Definitely gonna need a grown-up to help you with these because they are tricky to open, my friends. And then some orange cardstock. You should have 3 pieces. And then one pumpkin template, my friends. I've already cut mine out. It looks like this here, and this one is very helpful. It has those lines on it. We're going to use those lines to guide us as we move forward, making our silly faces pumpkin flip book. Okay? Additionally, my friends, you definitely need a grown-up to help you with this one, and then we need a pencil and some scissors and a hole punch. And with that, we can get started. Okay, so if you haven't already, trace your pumpkin onto the chipboard right here, just like that. And then make sure you include just a little tiny stem up at the top. So we'll start all the way at the bottom and then just use your thumb and just make, from your nail to your knuckle, just a little top for your pumpkin right there, okay? And now we're gonna use our scissors and we're gonna cut out our chipboard, okay? All right. We've got a lot of pieces today, my friends. So we cut out our chipboard. We want to do it as evenly as possible. So if you didn't grab our craft bag, any old piece of cardboard will work. We are going to use this in our book to kind of be the back and give it some sturdiness. So a regular old paper bag or something like that wouldn't quite be as sturdy, but anybody who's got a box laying around, even if it's like a pizza box where the top is clean, you could do that. So any kind of sturdier cardboard or cardboard-esque type back should work for you. And then with the foamy faces, we have foamy faces that have sticky on the back, but you can draw yours on with a Sharpie or another kind of washable marker, depending on how old our young friends are that you're working with. Or you could just use some regular old paper and make silly faces. Okay, so there we go. That is our pumpkin template. Put my trash over there like that. Okay, so now what we need to do, friends, is we don't cut this and we save this. We're gonna need it later, okay? So just set it aside for a second. And you can do this however you want. You can stack all 3 pieces of orange paper right on top of each other and trace and do one trace, or you can do it one at a time. Totally up to you, whatever is easier for you. Maybe if you're a young friend who's working on their tracing and their cutting, maybe we do it one at a time. But if you've got a really tiny one and you've got a little one who, if you're a grown-up and you have a little tiny one who really wants to get this done, maybe you try to do it in one fell swoop. All right. Sorry, friends, my table's a little wobbly today. So if it looks like we're on a boat, it's just because I'm leaning on the table. Okay. There we go. And it's not perfect. It's not going to be, and that's okay. All right. So put my chipboard aside, but we're going to save that. So we're going to need this. Whoops, and my pencil's going off. All right. We're going to need this a couple more times, so don't put this away. We're going to need it again. All right, so here we go. We're going to cut out our pumpkins now. I'm going to do mine all in one fell swoop so I make sure I can get through all of the instructions with all of my friends who are watching. And again, parents and grown-ups and friends out there who are helping our little ones, any paper will do. If you don't have orange paper but you have white paper, you could always paint it or color it and let it dry. It also might be cool to try a different type of paper, like newspaper or something like that, and have a really kind of a unique pumpkin. You could do that too. But regular or old orange, even if you just had orange printer paper, that would be okay too. It's not quite as sturdy as cardstock or construction paper, but that's okay. But again, you can always use white paper and then just have your young friends color it in with whatever color they want, whether they want an orange pumpkin or a teal pumpkin or any other color pumpkin that they want. Okay, so here we go. Almost done. Definitely want to have your recycle bin nearby. We're doing lots of cutting today, friends. Okay, put that over here. All right, so now we have 1, 2, 3 pumpkins right in a row. Okay, so now this is where we use our hole punch, okay? All right, hole punch. This one's hard to replicate if you don't have it home. So I think everyone's got a hole punch. You could use some scissors. You could just fold it over and do a little snip with your scissors. You could do that. And then for the binder clips, my friends here, you could use anything that you could use yarn, you could use twisty ties from your grocery bag, you could use anything that kind of you can thread through a hole, but just make sure you leave some space because this is going to be a book. So you don't want to tie it really, really tight. Okay, I'll come back to that later. All right, so here we go. We want to punch a hole in. This is tricky because I'm on camera and sometimes it mirrors. So on the left side, so even if it looks like it's not my left, this is on the left side of the pumpkin. We want to use the hole punch on the left side of the pumpkin. All right. So we want to make sure that it's all in the same spot right there. Okay. You know what we could do, actually? Little helpful hint, because we're going to use this to cut our pumpkin. So if you haven't started punching, grab your template, because we're not going to need this at the end. And make sure you have one hole punch in the top section, the middle section, and the bottom section, right above all of the lines. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do, whoop, let me try to do this here. And make sure we go enough in so that we don't rip our paper. Okay. There we go. And then there we go. See, there's 3 hole punches, 1 on either side of those lines. Okay? All right. And now we're going to leave this here. We're going to use this. And we're going to cut our pumpkin in 3 pieces. I know that sounds a little bit bananas, but trust me. We're going to cut our pumpkin up. We're going to cut along the dotted lines. We're going to use them as a guide. So my friends, if you're learning to use scissors, just take it slow and steady. And if you're really, really tiny and your grown-up is helping you, maybe let them get it started for you, at least, if not do the whole thing. But I know you can all do it. All right, here we go. So we're going to do a cut. We're going to keep those pieces together. And then we're going to do another cut in the middle, just like that. We're going to keep all these pieces together, like that. And then what I think I forgot to do, but that's okay. I'll go back and do it in a minute, because Misty is really excited about silly faces, is that we're going to need to use our chipboard. So we want to make sure we have a hole punch. So I did make this slightly more complicated on myself and possibly on you, but perhaps some of you figured out what I needed to do. We want to make sure we cut a hole, in the chipboard. See, there it goes, right there, just like that. And I'm going to line up my next one. Sorry, friends, I forgot that step. Let's line it up. And again, doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. There we go. And now we do the bottom part. And that's okay. So if you make a mistake like Miss B did, that's okay. You just go back, you take a deep breath, and you fix it. No big deal. Okay, there we go. Line up all my pieces. Whoop. There we go. Now I have 3 holes right there, just like that. Okay. There we go. All the holes in the same spot. Now we have more directions, so we're going to flip it over on the back. Okay. All right, so this is a tricky part, my friends. Miss B struggled with this when she practiced. So we'll all do it together. Okay, so we take our binder clips. And, oh, you see you have to twist them, and then they pull apart like this. And then we thread them all on just like this. Okay, so we've got one. Open this one up a little bit, and it stays a little bit, which is very helpful. And then we thread it through there like that. And they unhook, there we go, like that. Once you get them going, then they unhook all the way. There we go. But they get a little stuck sometimes. There we go. So now we've got all 3 of them open like that. Okay? All right. And now we connect our orange sections with our binder clip. Okay? All right. So line up your 3 and thread them on like that. And then you close it up like that. We got 1 section, 2 sections, and 1 more, the 3rd section. And now we get to do the fun part, my friends. All right, there they're all on. Get them back together, and you just kind of, whoopsie, they might not cooperate with you. Today is just a day for rolling with the punches, right, friends? Sometimes it doesn't go quite as planned, and that's okay. And you just snap it back together like that. There we go. Whoop. And now, I see he's not wanting to stay. Hopefully yours didn't give you the trouble. I might have to go get some tape. All right. So now we've got our faces. All right. So, oh my goodness, this binder clip. Oh my goodness. Oh, did something come off? I did. I lost an end. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. Well, I hope you didn't have a defective binder clip, my friends. So I lost an end. So I'm going to try. Hold it on tight. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's make some faces, shall we? I'm going to make 1. So you've got your smiles, and you can do it however you want, because this is your pumpkin, my friends. And so this is one of those parents, this is where if you don't have the binder clips, that's okay. You can just use a twisty tie or some yarn or something like that. But just make sure you leave a loop so that we can turn the faces in our pumpkin book and change all the faces as they go. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do a jack-o'-lantern smile right here for my first one. And then I'm gonna do, what kind of nose am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a triangle nose for my top one. And then I'm not gonna do all of them, make you sit here, but we'll do a couple. All right, and then I'm gonna do some eyes right here. Right, is that what I want to do? What do I want to do? No, I want to stick with triangle. See? You can always change your mind, friends. Just make sure you change your mind before you stick it down. Okay, here we go. All right. And then I'm gonna have some triangle eyes, and you're gonna see my pumpkin. All right. And then I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do one more, and then we're gonna see what kind of silly faces we can make. All right. So there's my first one. It's a pumpkin. It's a jack-o'-lantern. All right, what am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna do a kitty cat. And then we'll switch it up. So see, we can turn our pages just like that. And then if you look, friends, we have some kitty cat ears. There we go, one kitty cat ear. And two kitty cat ears. And then the eyeballs go in the middle one. At least my eyeballs go in the middle one, I think. Well, I'm gonna move it back up. See, this is the day for changing your mind. There we go. But you can do all kinds of silly, crazy things. If you want your eyeballs to be down in the mouth, that's okay too. You guys can do whatever it is that you want. All right, now, all of these sticky pieces. So there, and there. And now it's time for a kitty cat nose. I found one. Kitty cat nose, right there. And the kitty cat needs some whiskers, right, friends? All right, so we've got some whiskers. Okay, here we go. One. So sticky. Okay. There we go, more whiskers. And then I'm gonna put my mouth on before I go back, because it just keeps wanting to come off. Here we go, almost done, friends. What are you making? I can't wait to see what you make. So don't forget to send me. There we go, right there. Oop, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. All right, let me do two more whiskers, and then I'll show you how to do the flip book. There we go. Okay, lots more options, but I'm just gonna do two. All right, so there is my kitty cat. There it is right there. But maybe I want my kitty cat to have, and then you can just bring it to the back. Oh, my kitty cat has a jack-o'-lantern mouth. Oh, what if I want my jack-o'-lantern to have kitty cat whiskers? Oh my goodness, have you ever seen something so silly? Look at that. Oh my goodness, and the possibilities are endless, friends, and you've got even more stickies to make even more silly faces. So, my friends, I hope you had fun crafting with me. Thank you so much for joining me on Craft with Us on this Monday afternoon. And we'll be back next Monday on Instagram Live at 3 o'clock with another fun, crafty activity. So, my friends, until then, be safe, be kind, wash your hands, and wear your mask. I will see everybody next week. Bye-bye.